This is the story of the Vanishing Lady. So, this story takes place in the spring of 1889. Two British women, a mother and her daughter, are avid travelers who've spent a great deal of time traveling in their lives. While in what was then called Constantinople but is now known as Istanbul, Turkey, the mother and daughter read in a newspaper that the Paris Exposition was about to open and, determined to see it, quickly changed their plans to travel to France before making their way back to England. Going by express train across Europe, the mother and daughter reached Paris at around 9 o'clock one evening. At the Paris train station, their luggage was put outside of the closed carriage in which they were going to be taken to their hotel. Their luggage consisted of 2 trunks and a large carpet bag. The driver, however, not wanting it to fall out, told the 2 women that for safety's sake, he was going to take the carpet bag down and place it underneath his feet, for safety's sake. When these ladies arrived at the hotel, they signed their names into the hotel book, requesting adjoining rooms. Unfortunately, because of the popularity of the Paris exhibition and because the women's trip to Paris was so last minute, the manager apologizes and says it's impossible. He could only offer 2 rooms on 2 different floors. He gives the mother the room number 39 on the 3rd floor and her daughter room number 49 on the 4th floor immediately above it, which is really the best that he could do. As the daughter takes her mother to her room on the 3rd floor, helping her settle in, they both agree that it'd be best if they rested before going down to the hotel restaurant for their dinner. The daughter promised her mother that she would return in a few hours to escort her downstairs for dinner. The young woman then went to her room on the 4th floor, takes a long nap, dresses for dinner, and goes back down to her mother's room on the 3rd floor as she promised to take her to the hotel restaurant. She knocks on the door, no one answers. She knocks again, no one answers. She calls out for her mother again, nothing. Worried that her mother is still asleep and if she won't wake up in time they'll miss the dinner, the daughter calls out to the chambermaid asking where the woman in room 39 is. The chambermaid says that no one is staying in room 39. The chambermaid then goes on to say that while she does recognize this young woman, she has no idea what older lady the daughter is talking about, and she is absolutely positive the young lady came to the hotel alone. Confused, the daughter demands that the chambermaid open up room 39 so she can see for herself. The chambermaid opens up the door, only to find the room is completely empty. No one appears to be staying in room 39. Not only that, but the room looks completely different from the one she was just in 3 hours ago. Rearranged furniture, different furnishings, different designs, just everything. Agitated, the daughter goes down to the front desk to speak to the manager, asking where her mother is and have they put her in a different room. The hotel manager is equally confused and agitated as he insists that the young woman came to the hotel absolutely alone without any companion to speak of. Now, of course, getting really angry, the young woman insists that she came in with her mother and to prove it, demands to see the hotel book that the both of them signed. The book is brought out, but she only finds her name in it. Her mother's name is nowhere to be found. Still insisting that she came to the hotel with her mother and demanding to know what room she is in, the hotel porter comes up to her and assures her that she had come to the hotel at 9 o'clock that evening with only 1 trunk. Remembering the carriage driver and all the issues with the mother and daughter's extra carpet bag, the young lady insists that the hotel contact the carriage driver, bring him to the hotel so he can confirm that indeed the young lady was with her mother when they first arrived at the hotel. Of course, it takes a bit of time, but the carriage driver is found and taken to the hotel. The daughter then asks him to recall taking both her and her mother to this hotel and that they had 2 large trunks and 1 additional carpet bag that he insisted on putting between his feet for safety reasons. The driver does confirm that he did drive the daughter from the Paris train station to the hotel, but that she was the only passenger in the carriage and that she only had 1 trunk, and he has no idea what she's talking about when she says he kept this extra bag at his feet. At this point, the daughter faints from shock. The manager and the porter take her back to her room on the 4th floor. The next day, with the assistance of the police and a nurse from a nearby hospital, the young lady, still in shock, is taken back to her home in England, never to see her mother again. Then, 2 years later, after the incident in the hotel, the young lady receives a letter It's from the chambermaid from the hotel in Paris. In the letter is the story of what happened to the young lady's mother. Soon after the daughter had left her mother in room 39 to go to her own room on the 4th floor, the mother suddenly felt very ill. She had just enough strength to reach the bell and ring for assistance. The chambermaid entered the room and found the older woman lying on the floor. Completely panicked, she telephoned down to the manager, who comes up promptly. The manager saw at once that the woman was dead. He sent for the hotel doctor, who quickly examined her and stated this was a matter for the authorities, and telephoned to a Department of State. 2 officials came down, including another doctor, and both doctors certified that the woman had died of the bubonic plague, caught no doubt in Constantinople. It was agreed that it was impossible that this case should be permitted to go public just as the moment when the Paris exhibition had opened, as it would cause a complete panic in Paris and ruin the exhibition. So, with the help of police authorities and of government officials, it was promptly and immediately arranged that this unfortunate English woman should never have had any existence. The body was stuffed in a wardrobe from the room, removed from the hotel, and secretly cremated. The room was then completely rearranged and redecorated as to not to leave a trace of evidence that this woman was ever in the hotel. The chambermaid, the hotel manager, the porter, and even the carriage driver were all then threatened with prison time if they spoke a word of this, and the hotel book was revised to show no trace that her mother had ever signed it. It was only when the chambermaid, racked with guilt over the fact that the daughter had been a gaslit for 2 years over the disappearance of her mother, actually found the courage to write to her and confess the truth.